Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do have a special message that I was downloaded last night and decided to go to bed instead of recording a video because I was too tired. I'm sure we all know how that goes. But I felt that this was a very, very important message for someone to hear at this time. This is for anybody who has felt two things. One, that they are standing at a literal cliff and being nudged by the universe to jump off or to fall off, whatever the picture is that you're getting or the feeling that you're getting. Because for me, it is a very interesting feeling. If you're in your meditation and you're being shown a doorway, a cliff, something that is representative of you exiting some situation and having to do the trust fall to jump into the next one, okay? But something within you is just, I'm not going to say holding you back, but it can feel that way, right? There is this fear around taking that leap of faith, all right? So today's reading is all about that situation. Now, last night when I sat down and put the cards down, the question that I asked to receive this pile here was, what am I afraid of? So collective, what are you afraid of when you're being nudged and pushed off that cliff to take the leap of faith into the thing that you, A, really want to do, and B, have likely been preparing for this for not only this lifetime, but many others prior to that? And also, do you even know what it is that's holding you back? Because some of us, and I'm getting this in many conversations that I'm having with people, don't know what it is that's holding us back. We can't specifically pinpoint the reason as to say, yep, that is exactly why I don't want to go. I'm not ready, or, whatever, all the excuses. And again, maybe you do have your book of excuses. But what are we afraid of? We're afraid that if we take this leap, that it's just going to be dark. It's going to be darkness. So it's like our hope has diminished. Our trust in the universe to catch us is not there, right? The moon signifies unseen things, unknown things, the darkness, the shadow. That can be pretty scary. Now, if we have the star in reversed, it means we just don't have that motivation, that hope to move forward into it. Because it is a totally new experience that we have never done before. So we can't go rely back on, oh, I've done this before, I'm just going to jump right in and start again. Many of us don't know what this new leg of the journey is going to entail and demand from us. And that can be scary. On the other hand, some of us have a fear of, there's a couple things that come up with this card. Working together with other people, to actually having the work that you have been working on to be seen and recognized by other people. So with that, what I want you to look at within yourselves is to try to find the stem of why you're feeling this way. Is it your inner child that's screaming out? Has there been other instances in your lifetime, if you can remember other lifetimes, dig back further, where maybe you did show your work to somebody, you worked hard and it wasn't appreciated, or somebody said it's not good enough? Whatever the reason is that we have this fear around the darkness, I'm getting that it is unfounded fear. Fear is an illusion. What we are so scared of is something from our past, and again, maybe even digging back to our past lives, that is triggering us right now because we have tried to do this before, whether on a small scale or a big scale. We have a fear of failure. We have a fear of many things, the fear of the unknown in particular, and the fear that when we take that leap, we're not going to be able to see in the darkness, and it's going to be too dark, and so that hope is not there. We don't have that hope for a brighter day. So the star card comes right after the tower. The tower means you had some upheaval in your life, some sudden change, and things have been torn away. Now, what I want to reiterate with the tower card is that it is for your own good. It is always for your own good. So if you have lost anything recently, even people in your life, just know that the foundation, that whatever those relationships or jobs or whatever it was that was taken from you, were not built on a solid foundation. There are a lot of faulty cracks, and it came tumbling down with little effort. So, what are we doing now? We are rebuilding our new lives with a solid foundation. Okay? Now, the next question that I asked is, whatever method it is that any of you have been using to build and to go out and get whatever the thing is that you're trying to get. So again, if it is a job, if it is a relationship, if it is a house, whatever it is that you are trying to build at this time, but have this fear to take that next leap of faith, have the things that you've been doing to build you up to this point been working? And are we okay to proceed with those same ways of doing things? So I got two answers from this. My first answer was yes. Okay, the Fool card is, yep, just go. And she has nothing in her hands, but I don't know what she's holding. A flower, maybe? In the original tarot, it's like the runaway bag with the little sheet tied to the stick. So you're not leaving with very much. And to be honest with you, that's not a bad thing. Okay? Because where you have been sitting is no longer sufficient for you. It's no longer sustaining you. It is not where you are meant to stay. And if you feel stagnant, this is exactly why. That leg of your journey has ended. Okay? You are now being prompted and potentially more than prompted. I'm thinking like a bookie. Where's my money? Sorry. That's what it feels like sometimes when you're dealing with your spirit guides and in particular the ancestors, okay? I will tell you this. Last night, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but ancestors be wild sometimes. The message that I got from my ancestor, in particular a female one, was calm your tits, you're gonna be fine. So if that resonates with you, that is your message. But sometimes when you're reading these things, it can be hard to hear honest truths like this. It really can. And I will say, I was in tears about it. Because sometimes you get messages throughout your lifetime from various sources. And sometimes they may be subtle. So chances are you've heard this message before and it was subtle. Now it is no longer subtle. The message is now screaming in your ear and telling you that you cannot stay here any longer. There is nothing for you. You have exceeded the maximum, let's just say, vibration for where you're at. And you now need to expand. So, take the leap of faith, because Spirit is here for you. Now, I'm going to keep going because this is just the start of today's reading. So, if you're just coming in, welcome to my channel. And yeah, let's go. So, the next deck that I went to was my Archangel Michael deck. And I asked, what is some advice that you can give me, Archangel Michael? Here we go. Are you ready? First card out. Step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear, and it is time to share your wisdom. Wow, if that's not frightening, I don't know what is. To some of us, we are perfectly content doing the background work where no one ever sees us, like the man behind the curtain, the great and powerful Oz. You don't need to see who I am. I can just do the things in the background. I have always been that way. But Spirit is now pushing us to get out of that comfort zone and to step out and to allow yourself to be seen. So whatever that looks like to you, that is your advice. The next one, also about having a message to share. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. How amazing is it here that we have two cards here that represent light and needing to give a message. Think about how it feels to be in the darkness and to not know things. You are that light. And that is what's going to get you through this time. Okay? If it feels dark, if it feels scary and unknown, just know that you're the light. And what that means is you get to be the light for other people too. So, be that beacon of light in the darkness, because that is the only way that you're going to get through this period. All right? And the last one is make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. Now, I read this a little differently about choosing yourself or another. For some of us, we're choosing comfort over the fear of the unknown. There's a saying out there that says most people will choose a comfortable hell. If it's your comfort, it might be hell, but it's your comfort. People will choose that over an unknown potential bliss, right? And I know that's not exactly how that saying goes. That's just me trying to spitball it out here. But the point is, where you are right now is not meant for you to be staying and living there and getting comfortable. Okay? The tower has probably already came and wiped out a lot of stuff, and now you're just left with shambles going, what do I do now? Well, Spirit's here to tell you to take that leap. Whatever it is that you've been working on or been thinking about doing, it is time. And it's not just like, oh, you've still got a couple weeks or a couple months to figure this out. No, you likely had your time prior to this and again chose comfort over the fear of the unknown and now are being nudged a little harder. I'm getting like jamming the elbow in the back to be like, there's your cliff, go. There is a meme about this too, where it shows a person on a cliff and a big giant hand getting ready to flick them off. And it says, this is the universe getting ready to flick you off the cliff. But then it says, also the universe. There's this giant cushy hand at the bottom. So imagine the universe going like this. It's time to go. But when you go down, what are you going to land on? You're still safe, guided, protected, and loved. You always are and always will be. So, it's okay to move forward through the fear. Nobody's telling you to stop being scared to go. What I'm telling you here is to have compassion with yourself as you go, and even through the fear, go anyways. Okay? Accept divine guidance, pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. And that's maybe what some of us are also fearful of. Maybe we don't see in the darkness that there's joy on the other side. Okay? A lot of us have lived lifetimes, or even in just the recent past, a lot of darkness and gone through a lot of stuff, right? Purging things, dealing with past things. And we don't know that joy can be just on the other side of that leaf. Maybe it is a leaf for you. You're turning over a new leaf. That's another saying, right? The leap of faith. So, let's keep going. All right. Then I jumped into this deck, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. So let's look at them individually. So the first one was Guardian Angels. Protection, clarity, spirituality, and wisdom. This is your promise that you are being guided, protected, loved. Not only that, but I'm also seeing these wings as being yours. You don't need to worry about flying off the cliff and not landing softly on the bottom because, darling, you have wings. Not that you needed the wings, but this is what you're not seeing. Some of us get so stuck in the fear and the darkness and don't know how to get out that we miss the good things, right? So work on your mindset. And instead of saying fearful things to yourself, say that this is just the next step on the leg of my journey. This is just the next thing I need to do. And as fearful as it may be, go anyways, because you are heavily watched over and loved. All right, the next card that came out, Divine Magic. This is wishes, goals, dreams, accomplishment. This, again, is something that you cannot see because you're dwelling in the darkness. There is divine magic out there. And guess what? You get to be a part of it. These are your goals and your dreams and your wishes, your accomplishments. Spirit is here to tell you you have everything within you to create this for yourself. And there's nothing to fear this, okay? And the weird thing is that one of the cards that I pulled said, worry over nothing. So some of us are worrying over nothing that's going to happen, right? Again, it's just that fear of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen, so we just automatically feel fear. What we should switch that over to is excitement, joy, readiness. Let's go do this. All right. I also got Archangel Uriel. Emotions, healing, devotion, and integrated. So this is red. Now she is holding her heart, but red typically ties to the root chakra and potentially the sacral. So stability is what I'm getting out of this. There is something within us that does not feel that if we make this jump, it's going to be a safe, secure landing at the bottom, right? We don't necessarily trust that this is going to happen to us. Like, oh, I'm going to jump, I'm going to go, and I'm going to crash and burn at the bottom. But what if you do crash and burn at the bottom? And guess what? You rise as the phoenix. That's the red. So even if your trust is nil, zilch, nothing, and you go, and you crash and burn at the bottom. That is the lowest you can go. That is your rock bottom. Guess what? From there, you can only go up. So, what is the worst that could happen? What are you afraid of? That might be something to journal about for those of you who do journaling. Okay? Think about what fears you have around this. The darkness, the unknown, potentially worthiness, rejection. But the message here is that you were put here at this time to help others. First, help yourself, then help others. I'm getting that you've already completed the help yourself, other than the fact that we're just standing at the edge of this cliff, staring down, petrified of it. Now your mission is to take that jump and to help others. Be that light for other people, because there's so many people lost in this dark space that don't have any idea how to get out, don't know how to shine their own light. They just don't know. So that's what we were put here for, to help them through this. Okay? So help yourself first. Like in the airplane, put your mask on first, then help others. All right? We're not rescuing other people before we've rescued our own lives. So let's keep going. Archangel Michael. This is perfect. Archangel Michael is always with you. This is the right hand of God. Wise, honest, trustworthy, observant. Call on Archangel Michael anytime for anything. He is an amazing protector. He's also got that sword of light, which is this right here. And he will sever ties. He will remove things that you need removed off of you. So again, if it is a fear that is connected to something, potentially someone, you can say, please, Archangel Michael, please sever that tie. Use your mighty sword of light and sever that tie. So call on archangels as you need them, because they are all amazing and they will come instantaneously. The last one here is self-employment. Commitment, resourceful, confident, rewarding. How many of you at the edge of this cliff are at the space of jumping out of being in some other employment and going solo? Because this hit me like a ton of bricks. And I will show you too the bottom of the deck on this, because it also ties in with this. So, bottom of the deck is career transition. We have change, excitement, opportunity, advancement. So for some of us, that's what this cliff is. It is pertaining to you leaving some way of thinking about how jobs should be, how work should be, how money should be, and going into the self-employment bucket. Okay? Now, I love this too, because this is a lady who's in like a suit with a briefcase, and she's coming out of a dark door. And she's dropping this briefcase. And now she's coming over here to this door that, again, I don't know what's on the other side of this door. I see clouds and I see some angel wings. There's your cliff. There's your doorway. That can be very scary. But something inside of you knows what you must do. And there's no more procrastinating. Now is the time. All right? Now, this card also flipped out while I was just grabbing this deck, so I'm going to show you two. Don't compromise. Boundaries, assertiveness, courage, unwavering. So these are the same golden wings for the self-employment, but now we're filling it with love. So when you go forward into this new venture, remember always to be heart-centered. Okay? Do not compromise, because you are worthy, you deserve it. So go forward with courage and unwavering assertiveness. All right, I'll leave those there. Oy, beautiful reading so far. All right, then I'm going to show you to the bottom of the deck for this. I got regain your focus. trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. So, what trivial life matters are distracting you at this time? I don't know everybody's situation, but I could tell you mine. As soon as that came up, I'm like, yep, I know what those things are. So I'm sure you do too. Okay? The message is not here to call you out and tell you to change and to do better. No. I'm a compassionate reader, and I understand because I go through these things too with you, and I'm right here on this cliff and in this doorway with all of you. Trust me on that. So, think hard about what it is that's holding you back. What is causing you to stand at this cliff, at this doorway, and not want to jump? Okay? Journal about it. Do some meditation. Do some shadow work, some inner child work. Whatever it is that you need to pull this out. What I did was I asked for whatever it was to be removed. And then I went to sleep and said, also work on me while I sleep. And that is typically going to be Archangel Raphael that's doing the healing while you sleep. And that is amazing. So every time you go to bed and you have something that's kind of just lingering on you and you just want to get rid of it, call Archangel Raphael and say, please help heal me while I sleep. And you'll wake up feeling so much better, refreshed, like, oh wow, whatever that thing was that was stuck there, it's amazing. Like, I feel great now. All right, I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck for the tarot. It is the Three of Wands. Many of you have already chosen your path. You already know exactly what it is you need to do and where you want to go. But you just need to take that first step. You've already looked at it, assessed it, discussed it with yourself, maybe discussed it with your family or friends or whoever, and said, yep, that's the way I'm going. I'm going that way. So, take that first step. You will not be disappointed. And again, if you do land flat on your face, you can only go up from there. All right. I did pull some angel numbers for this. And again, imagine me reading this through tears. Like, everything that came out was like, yes, I know this message is for me. I am very clear on exactly what's being said here, and this is my message. So again, if this is not your message, that is okay, but I do feel that there are many of us at this precipice at this time. All right, so the first one that came out is 3344, move forward bravely. Spiritual awakening, guardianship, abundance. There are many assists around you now. The angels are all here to assist, guide, and love you. Reach out to accept their assistance because they also reach out their hands to you. So that is an important thing. Benevolent light beings of any sort will not help you and cannot help you unless you ask. Think about it like a vampire. They can't come in unless you invite them in. Your spirit guides are the same way. Just ask. Hey, spirit guides, I'm having trouble transitioning from this thing to the next or jumping off this cliff. Help me through this. I am asking for your guidance, your assistance, your wisdom, your protection, your love. Whatever it is that you need to ask for. But I'm already getting that the protection is given. You don't need to ask for that. What you may need to ask for is the assistance in getting you there. Okay? The next one is 4477. And it is, I think it says waiting for surprise. That top font is just terrible in this deck and I can barely ever read them. But it says guardianship. So guardianship again showed up twice. Abundance also on this card. And awakening again. So guardianship. Insistent Insistence on moving upward, abundance and awakening. The angels congratulate you and say, well done, keep it up. You will be fine. Keep your mind focused and it will have significant and positive effects. So again, regain your focus. Your angels are telling you to keep your focus because it is highly important in what you are doing right now. Okay? But it does say, you will be fine. Bottom of the deck on that one. Guess what? It's all about change. Oh, look at that. 555. Ride the waves. Change, confidence, positive, powerful. Fasten your seatbelt because you are about to undergo a major change. This change should not be regarded as positive or negative because all changes are part of the natural flow of life. Perhaps this change is in response to your prayer, so continue to visualize and feel yourself in peace. Okay, so 555 is change. It is definitely about change. The thing with that is, again, don't consider it positive or negative. I know that we all, as human beings, fear change. We also have a fear of the unknown and the darkness. And how can I move forward if I don't know what's behind that door or what's through that threshold or off that cliff? It doesn't matter because what you're being asked to do right now is to trust. Trust yourself and your ability to get through this, but also trust your angelic support to help you through this as well. All right. Now, I am going to close this message with an animal spirit card, and it is the Cosmic Egg. So this actually came to me this morning as I was waking up. So this is part of the reading and it very well ties in, but this card came to me very clearly. So I woke up and immediately went and found it and had to read it, and it makes total sense. So this is about completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The Cosmic Egg is the final card in the Journey of the Animal Spirit deck. So is the World card. It is the final card in the tarot, which means you're done here. You've completed a cycle and you can no longer stay in this space any longer. And it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted when the essence of the cosmic aid, has been lifted. Next sentence, period, next sentence. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. And this card represents your crown chakra. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward towards Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey. And once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of 1,000,000 suns. Wow. Collective. There's not much more to say with this. The biggest thing with this cosmic egg has to do with that light. So whether you're stepping in the spotlight or you're just emanating your light outwards, you have the light of 1,000,000 suns. That is insane. One sun has a lot of light. But as a collective, we have the light of 1,000,000 suns. It's crazy to think about that. It's so beautiful. And that's probably why I almost just choked up and teared up right there. Just to think about how beautiful 1,000,000 suns and that light and that warmth and that vitality feels to you and to other people. They want it. Now, I will say that your light may scare people, and that's okay. That just means that they have their own work to do. So, however somebody looks at you is never a reflection of you. It's not. It's a reflection of them and how deep they're willing to meet themselves. So I tell you, as a message from your guides, there's a couple things coming through. One, go on with your bad self. I don't know why that came through. The other one is be that beacon of light for yourself and for others. And again, put your own mask on first. Be your own light for yourself, because that needs to happen before you can be a light to others. But also, don't be afraid of this next leg of the journey. Instead of being fearful, I want you to celebrate how far you've come, however long it's been on this particular leg of the journey. And again, some of you, it may have been years, a long time. It says that you've been trudging along for quite some time. But guess what? Whatever it was that you were in the middle of doing or thought you were in the middle of doing, it's over. It's done. You can put that in your past and leave it there. You are now being nudged forward bravely. So your angels are here to help you through this. Your guides, your archangels. And again, call on the archangels as often as you want or need. They will be there instantaneously. As long as you appreciate their help and you ask them for the help. Okay? Think of them as wise elders. Angelic wise elders. And you can also call upon your ancestors. I don't know how many of you are really close with your ancestors like that, but there's so much support and love and wisdom and guidance here and protection that there is really nothing to be fearful of. So, as scary as this transition may be, you will get through this. You have the strength and the courage to get through it. You deserve to live a life of joy and to have it for yourself. Okay, divine magic is here when you're ready. That's what I'm getting from this. This is not going to happen unless you're ready. It's here waiting. You want to know what happens when you go through this dark period? What's on the other side? There it is. Looks awfully beautiful and green and a well and mountains and a blue sky. This is amazing. So there is nothing to fear but fear itself. I forgot who says that. I think it was a president. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. So, fear is understandable. But we know what the acronym FEAR represents, right? It is false evidence appearing real. What is it we are scared of? The unknown. Is that a thing to be scared of? No, it's not. It's like an irrational feeling that comes across us that we just don't know where it comes from. So work through the fear. Take that leap of faith anyways. Because not only do you need it, okay? I'm very much hearing that you need it in your world right now. But so does the collective. And as we transition together, we represent 1,000,000 suns. There's actually a series called Good Omens, and there's a character in there who can read auras, and for some reason can't read this one person's aura. And she doesn't understand why. But if you take the world and kind of zoom out from, like, this little minuscule place that you represent on the planet, and you zoom out of that aura was gigantic. So as weird as that sounds, you looking in the mirror may not see your aura and your light and your brightness and your magic, but it can be seen from outer space. So remember that as you go forward as well, okay? And if you encounter things along the way, just know that you have the tools to deal with them and to overcome them, okay? Thank you so much, Collective, for joining me in this message. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Again, go within so you never go without. Fill your own cup up before you fill someone else's. Put your mask on first. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. And I know that you are all beacons of light yourself. It is time to radiate that. Make it seen, make it known. It is time. That is your spiritual message for the day. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and love. Don't compromise. Thank you so much again. Take care, you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.